needs to tip that way. A little bit. There you go. Hello everyone, it is Sol, and today I have decided to tell you my first driving lesson experience because I'm going to put my phone on charge. I love that noise. What day am I posting this on? Saturday or Sunday, I'm not deciding, but Tuesday I had my first ever driving lesson and I thought I would share my experiences to you because shut your face, cars. Not in the mood. Well, I'm debating whether to shut my window, but it's really hot in this room right now because that softbox light is on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't get up. Just so if any of you are preparing to start your driving lessons, or you will be soon, or you're younger and you're like trying to process in your head that you're going to have to do adult things one day. Yeah, I thought I'd just share my experience. Just for the lulz, and so you know, and you know what to maybe expect. You might be a lot better than me, or you might be a lot worse. Who knows? But yes, that's all I'm going to do. Need to clean my glasses. Need to wipe my sweaty forehead. Be back in a minute. Right. So the first thing I need to disclaim, that's a good word for me, is that it was at 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I had to be out of my door at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to the car. And let me just tell you, I'm not a morning person as it is. No matter when it's got to be, when I've got to be out of the house at 8:30 to go to work, that I'm already not a morning person. No matter being up at 7 o'clock, and I had to wake up at like 5:30, 6. Yeah, I went to sleep at like 10, 10:30, and I woke up at 10 to 6. It was a very stressful morning. It was full of lots of sweat, a lot of feeling sick, a lot of little migraines coming on, and it was just a lot of nervousness. That's the word, nervousness. What I do if I have to wake up really early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, is I fill my sink up with cold water and obviously put the plug in so the water fills up, and I dip my face in the cold water and it wakes me up. Yeah, that's like, I know a lot of people like stand outside, or they'll just stand up really quick and that'll wake him up, but if I'm standing up I'll still like sleepwalk my way around the house, so I just dip my face in the cold water tap and I woke myself up basically and got ready, and it was very stressful. Booked it for about 7 and luckily he was a little bit late. It was about 7:05, 7:10. He actually like pulled up onto the end of my road and I jumped in the car, and I was already nervous because I don't really like meeting new people. It kind of makes me a bit anxious and nervous. So I was a bit like scared of the conversation. I was overthinking what I was going to say to him, how he's going to be like. So I was a bit scared already. Got in the car. He was fine. Sat me down. And was like, right, let's drive somewhere nice and quiet. So he took me to like these country roads about a mile away from my house, and we sat down, and then he kind of like, I sat there, he had a word, looked at my provisional licence, which is hideous, and we kind of just had a general chat. Then he was just like, right, do you want to swap seats? And I was like, yikes. It had been like 5 minutes sitting in the car, or 10 minutes maybe, sat me the other side of the car, and I absolutely, oh my god, my stomach turned. I was like, right, this is the moment. This is when I could go awful and probably break down and cry. So I sat in the seat, and then he like got this notebook out and he was like doing all these diagrams showing me like how things work and other things, and it kind of did really sink into my head. But where I was a bit nervous, it kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It all sunk into my head, but it was just the nervousness made me forget some of the stuff. And I sat down, and then he was like, right, so you want to put your foot on the clutch? So I put it down, and then also I'd never ever done it before, so I lifted it up quickly, pressed the acceleration, it revved, and the engine went. He's a really good driving instructor because he's really strict, and normally I would be like, yikes, I'm off, I can't do a strict, because it stressed me out. And I was very, very stressed because scary people stress me out and scare me and make me really nervous. This is something that's really important. So I need someone that is really strict and will scare me, because then it will pressure me to be like, you got to do this right, you got to do this right. So I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he was fine. We drove through the countryside. I was on gear 1 all the time basically, and we were driving, and I was at about 20 miles per hour most of it, just driving around the country roads, going around corners, practicing. Then we got to this little village town, little tiny village, and we just went on gear 1, no acceleration. We just like left on gear 1, so we were rolling through, and it was like quite awkward because there was like dog walkers and stuff, and we just like kind of like walked. We were like driving next to them where they were like at the same speed as us, but I was fine with that. I don't really like going fast, if I'm honest. Drove through the little village, and that was fine. And then as soon as we like turned around and we had to change to gear 2 or 3, I then had to like press the clutch, lift the acceleration, and then meet at the right points and change the gear. And that's where I was going wrong. I was putting, my feet were pressing too hard on there, onto the pedals. I was too heavy footed, and I was being far too rough with a gear stick. Like I couldn't, like it just boggled my mind. But I didn't know if it like flicked into the middle and I had to just go up if I was going to like gear 2 or whatever, or I had to move up across up. And like I was being too rough, because I kind of like panicked, was like, right, hurry up. And yeah, but this next lesson that's coming this week, I'm going to make sure that I'm not as rough with that gear stick, and I'm going to make sure I remember to, right, I can't remember this. When you push the clutch down, you lift the acceleration up, put none of that on it at all until you're right up, until you're about to swap to acceleration. Because this is what boy racers do. If you press on the clutch down and you put the acceleration down with that, it revs your engine up and could buggy your car up, basically. Yeah, he was really funny though, because I did rev the engine by accident, and he was like, "You're not a boy racer, are you?" And I was like, "Nope, I hate them people." But I was like a boy racer for like a good few seconds, and it was, I didn't see how they can do it, because the noise just scared the absolute crap out of me. Like I was just like, and I was like, "What's that noise?" And he was like, "Stop," and I was like, "Okay." So I just carried on trying. I made most of it okay. I was driving fine, and I had to go round a person riding on a horse, and that was okay. I was fine with that. I had to just like stick to a steady speed on just the road, like just following around, and then he let me do a bit of steering around corners and stuff, and I was okay at that. I needed a little bit of help because I kept going quite close to the side, but I was fine. Got to the country roads again, and he was like, "Do you feel confident enough to drive home?" And I was like, "Oh my word, what am I gonna do? I'm absolutely like, shitting myself right now." But I was like, right, you know what, I'm just going to throw myself into the deep end, get it done. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. We got to this roundabout, and I drove around the roundabout and had to stay on the left side because I was coming out of the second exit on the left. And he was like, not this one. And then he was like, flick the indicator. And I was like, yes, because I love flicking the indicator. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's just really cool. Like, it flicks and it's like, and I don't know. Like, I don't know why I'm going so funny about it, but it's like really fun. But I love flicking the indicator and then turning in. And then I had to like stick to this road, and there were a few people crossing, so I had to like slow down. And we got steady speed down. Luckily there weren't people crossing, so I didn't have to stop that much until we got to these traffic lights, like a junction crossing. And oh god, I had to stop a little bit because it went amber and everyone slowed down, and I was like, right, brake, and I was like slow, and then he was like, right, carry on, and I pushed the acceleration down again and was going up, and then we had to come to the like a right turning to go towards my estate, and I flicked the indicator and I was like, right, turn, he was like, turn, and I was like, okay, I'm going, I turned around and then got straight, and I was carrying on going, had to change the gear again, and I was like, ugh! And then come to my estate and had to flick, go to my road, and then change the gear again, and then stop at the end, handbrake, parked up, and that was the lesson done. There was a lot of sweat and shakenness going on, and that's all I can say. But my tips would be, try your best to remain calm. Just think of the exciting things about it, like you're driving a car, that's like an adult thing. Just think how cool that is. Like, that's all I think. I think how cool driving is. You're driving, you're not like getting a bus ticket, you're not train, you're not walking. You're in a car, like, cars are cool. And just a way to keep you going, all you've got to keep thinking is like the future. Like, when you finish your lessons, which could be in like a few months' time, that's all I think is after quite a few lessons, you could be then doing your tests, and you could be on the road in no time. When you're doing your lessons, practice your theory. Like, luckily I only got my provisional like 3 weeks ago, nearly a month maybe, but way before then, like since my birthday, January time, I've been practicing theories. I've been practicing for months now and just doing loads of online tests, and I booked my theory yesterday. It was quite scary and nervous, but it's like towards end-ish of August, so I've got a little bit to revise, carry on doing these tests, learn the highway code, so I've got to learn what signs are, and I'm just going to keep looking at them all the time. I might set my home screen as them actually, just to keep looking at them and memorising them as much as I can, and just try my best. And who knows, I could come out of that ferry test passed. I don't know the possibilities of that, but I can only try my best. That's all I'm going to do, and that's all this video is really. I'm just giving you like my experience and a few little tips. Stay calm, enjoy it, it's fun. Think of the future when you're in your little car rolling around with your tunes on. That's all I think. I've got songs on my phone right now, and I'm already making like, I've already got on my notes, I've got a car playlist, tunes, which I like imagine in my head what I'm listening to. I imagine myself driving in my car with that on, the like CD player or something, obviously, on my aux cord. I'm going to be driving along singing that song. Or like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say sing that song, it might be distracting, but I feel like singing could help me concentrate, so I can like look around while being like, I'm sorry I ain't got no money, I'm not trying to be funny. That's all, yeah. I'm not telling you my tunes, they're my tunes, you ain't nicking them. If you got a little bit of help with this video, like it helped ease you and get you more excited for driving lessons, then make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave some comments below if you want, and don't forget to subscribe to see more of me. I post videos every weekend, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!
Your little brother never tells you, but he loves you so. You said your mother only smiled on her TV show. You're only happy when your sorry head is filled with dope. I hope you make it to the day you're 28 years old.